Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have started the new lesson, the Kakatiyas, emergence of a regional kingdom. The Kakatiyas were ruled North India more than 200 years between 1116 to 1323. They built forts with 3 layers, outer layer and 2 inner layers. The outer layer was constructed with stones and first inner layer with mud and another inner layer made up of with stones. Okay, every layer or boundary having 4 gates. Okay, next let us discuss about the famous ruler in Kakatiya kingdom, that is Rudrama Devi. I think you heard about her and you may watch the Rudrama Devi film also. So she was a brave woman ruler at the time. She was a powerful and successful ruler who impressed one and all with her abilities. So she was impressed everyone in her kingdom at the time. Okay, so Rudrama Devi ruled that kingdom from Orugallu and she belongs to the famous Kakatiya family. So she ruled Kakatiya kingdom from 1216 to 62 CE to 1289 CE. Nearly 27 years she ruled that kingdom. So in our country we don't have more women rulers. Very few women rulers were there at the time. Even now also no women chief ministers are there. More women chief ministers are there in our country. Only 1 or 2. So now West Bengal chief minister Mamata Banerjee ruling that state. Okay, next. So at the time in distinct Delhi too, there was a woman ruler called Razia Sultana some years before. So before Rudrama Devi, so one woman ruler was there. So she was ruled Delhi. Her name is Razia Sultana. So but her nobles did not like to be ruled by a woman and had killed her. So the subordinates of Razia Sultana did not like to be ruled by a woman. So that's why they had killed her. Okay, so we knew this information through Marco Polo, who visited Rudrama Devi's kingdom at the time. So according to Marco Polo words, so Rudrama Devi was dressed herself like a man and she was fearless and she rode horses with ease. So that much qualities she is having. So through inscriptions, Rudrama Devi was known as Rudradeva Maharaja. So they called Rudrama Devi as Rudradeva Maharaja. So like Razia Sultana, she too faced the opposition of many important chiefs who had been under her father. So but Rudrama Devi succeeded in subduing them So even Rudramadevi was also faced revolts from her subordinate chiefs. So finally Rudramadevi suppressed them. Okay. Next, Rudramadevi and her grandson Prataparudra also faced many revolts, and they took several steps to control these chiefs. But Kayastha Ambadeva, so one of the subordinate of Kakatiya kingdom, so one of her subordinates revolted against her in the war that took place at Chandupatla in Nalgonda district. So in that war, Rudramadevi lost her life. So finally, after 27 years, in the Chandupatla war with Ambadeva, so she was died. She was killed. Okay, so that much brave queen Rudramadevi was. Next, Nayanakara system. So in Kakatiya kingdom, they introduced one different system that is called Nayanakara system. Even Rudramadevi and Prataparudra encouraged several skilled warriors. Warriors means who are having a skill in using the weapons. So those are called warriors. So they encouraged several warriors from different families also, and they should be loyal to the queen and the king. Okay, so they gave them high positions and the title of Nayaka. So who are having good skill in using weapons, those are called warriors. Warriors are had given high positions and the title of Nayaka. So, and they were given the authority over several villages from where they could collect taxes. So under Nayaka, so many villages were there. So Nayakas have the right to collect the taxes from that villages. So these villages were called their Nayanakara. So the villages which are there under the Nayaka were called Nayanakara. So what are the responsibilities of the Nayakas? They should collect the taxes from those villages or from Nayanakara, and they should maintain some army from the income they got from the Nayanakara for the service of the king. So the Nayaka should maintain some army force also. So at the time of wars, they should serve to the king. But these Nayakas did not keep these villages permanently. So like how the employees are transferred one place to another, so these Nayakas also transferred from one Nayanakara to another Nayanakara. Okay, like that they shifted. So if they stay at one Nayanakara, they will become strong and they will maintain relation with the local people, and they try to revolt against the king. So that's why the kings not allowed these people to stay at one place. That's why they shifted and they transferred one Nayanakara to another Nayanakara. So sometimes Nayanakaras also should participate to suppress the near rebels who are revolted against the kings. Okay, so this arrangement was called Nayanakara system. So once again, what is the meaning of Nayanakara? So the Kakatiya kings were encouraged some skilled warriors, and they had given to them some titles called Nayaka, and under the Nayaka some villages were there. So Nayakas are having a right to collect from those villages. So those villages together called Nayanakara. So what are the duties of the Nayaka? So the Nayakas should collect the taxes from the Nayanakara, and they should maintain some army to serve the king, and sometimes they should suppress the other Nayaka who revolted against the kings. Okay, this system was called the Nayanakara system. Clear? So under Nayanakara, the Nayakas are having more rights also. We can understand what are the rights they have by reading the inscription by a Nayaka of Rudramadevi. So in the year 1270 CE, on the occasion of Sankranti, at the time of Sankranti festival, Bulli Nayaka, one of the name of the Nayaka, Bulli Nayaka, the guardian of the gate for Kakatiya Rudradeva Maharaja, gave 10 measures, means 10 measures of land, some piece of land to the temple servants of God Kalyana Keshava of Kranja village in his own Nayanakaramu for the merit of his master Rudradeva Maharaja. So actually these lands are villages given by kings to Nayakas. Even though Nayakas have the right to donate the land to other people, that much freedom had given to them by the Kakatiya kings. Clear? Next. Encouragement of agriculture and temples. So at the time of Kakatiya kings, they encouraged agriculture more. So the Kakatiyas brought large tracts of land under cultivation by building tanks and digging wells. So they encouraged construction of tanks more at the time of Kakatiya period. So that's why our government taken initiation to repair the tanks on the name of Kakatiya Mission. Kakatiya Mission. Okay, what is the meaning of Kakatiya Mission? What is the main aim of the Kakatiya Mission? So, removing the silt from the tanks to store the water. Second one, repair the tank burns from leakage. Third one, planting the trees on the tank burns. So these are the main aims of the Kakatiya Mission. So our government taken that project, and more than 25,000 tanks were repaired. Okay, so here not only the Kakatiya kings, so royal families and feudal families in that kingdom, and different rich sections like merchants and artisans also participated in expanding agriculture through the construction of tank. So all rich people also participated to build tanks at the time. So because of that, the cultivation was extended to the difficult terrains of Telangana and Rayalaseema also. The Kakatiyas also extensively patronized temples. They constructed temples and they donated lands to temples. Okay, even women members of the royal families like Muppamamba, Mailamma made land grants to temples. So not only royal family, the women of other rich sections also gifted land, tanks, cash, cattle, jewelry, etc. to temples and Brahmins also. So to improve the agriculture, to promote the agriculture, so the Kakatiya kings derived and collected income in the form of taxes and agriculture produce. They spent more money to promote the agriculture at the time. So they built number of tanks in their kingdom. Next, trade. So warriors, chiefs and kings derived a large portion of their income by taxing traders. So especially those who engaged in overseas trade from the ports. So they collected more taxes from the merchants and traders or businessmen. So who did business with other countries, they collected more taxes from them only. Okay, next. Marco Polo, who visited one of these ports, said that the exports were diamonds and the best and the most delicate clothes which look like the tissue of a spider's web. That much delicate. Those clothes were that much delicate. That much skilled weavers were there at the time of Kakatiya's kingdom. Okay, so the end of the Kakatiyas. So after sometimes around 1190 CE, a new kingdom was established in Delhi. So all old kingdoms were replaced by new kingdoms at every time. So like that, in the 1190 CE, a new kingdom was established in Delhi. So those were called Delhi Sultans, and actually they came from Turkestan. Originally came from Turkestan, and they are more powerful and they had a powerful army, and they were able to defeat most of the kings of North India and the Deccan Plateau. So Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq was able to defeat Kakatiya Prataparudra in 1323 CE. So thus ended the Kakatiya dynasty. So after 207 years, so the Kakatiya kingdom was ended. Clear? So that's why even now also we are remembering Rudramadevi and Prataparudra and other famous leaders in Kakatiya kingdom. Clear? Okay, by this lesson completed. So write your own notes and send to me. Thank you.